The meeting of the Natchitoches Parish School Board is now called to order. We will start the meeting with a prayer and a pledge. The prayer will be led by Mr. Micah Nicholson. The pledge will be led by Mr. Chad Fredu. Surprise, Chad. And once we're finished with the pledge and the prayer, please stay standing for a moment of silence.
Okay, please bow your heads. Heavenly Father, we come to you today asking for your guidance, wisdom, and support as we begin this meeting. Help us engage in meaningful discussion. Allow us to go closer as a group and nurture the bonds of community. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Please join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you for standing. Tonight we're having a moment of silence for some very special educators in our district that we lost over the past few weeks. The first one is Mr. Mac Wall. He was a former teacher, principal, and transportation director at the NPSB. Miss Yvonne Dupuy, a former teacher at Natchitoches Central High School and Natchitoches High School. Mr. Jeff Bernstein, he was a longtime bus driver for the NPSB. Mr. Dale Thomas Morgan, teacher and supervising teacher for the NPSB. And last but not least, Mr. Nicholas West. He was a coach and a teacher at Natchitoches Central High School, and he was loved by all of the students. If we can take a moment of silence. Thank you. You may be seated. The meeting is called to order. If we could have a roll call, please.
Mr. Danzy?
Here.
Mr. Matuire?
Here.
Mr. Benefiel?
Here.
Mr. Harris?
Present.
Mrs. McGaskey?
Here.
Ms. Palmer? Ms. Phelps?
Here.
Ms. Harvey? Mr. Fredu?
Here.
Mr. Nicholson?
Here.
And Ms. Page?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, Ms. Revels. We'll start with item number 2, which is the superintendent's report.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. So obviously last week we had a large update, but something big has happened since then, and that is the fact that we started school. I can tell you with confidence that the school year, what I was looking for is that the first day this year would be very similar to the first day in years past, with all the changes that we had going on in the district with moving and school redefining kind of the grade levels at some places and then switching some locations. It was exactly that. It was a first day of school, very similar to all the ones in the past. Many of you are aware of a few minor bus issues. We had a driver unexpectedly retire the day of the first day of school. But I am happy to report that Route 4 will be running with a new driver starting tomorrow morning, which I know the folks out in the Ashland, Goldana area will be very happy about. But overall, just the things you would expect, traffic issues and some where everyone's getting used to schedules. But overall, just a really good start to the school year. And that's a credit to the district staff and all the work they did, but also to the school-based staffs and everything they did to prepare for the day. We're rocking and rolling now, and sent out our newsletter today that says, hey, it is now the 5th day of school, so it's time to... Instruction should be going on, should have been already going on, and everything should be business as usual. So that's all we have on that. But we do have, as we promised you last month, our K-3 behavioral pilot discussion that we have, I believe, Ms. Jennifer Ingram, who is going to present on that. And I would like to turn it over to Ms. Ingram.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good evening.
All right. Is this on? Oh, I talk way up here. All right. So I just kind of give you an overview of what we're looking at for this pilot. It will be called, oh, goodness. It's going to be called Smart Steps Learning Center. And so what makes Smart Steps different? It's specialized training for our teachers and paraprofessionals that work there, small classes with low pupil to staff ratio. Our teachers are going to incorporate behavior strategies into academic instruction, SEL lessons, which is social emotional learning, Lessons are part of the daily schedule, and then they'll have daily access to a mental health provider. In order for the initial consideration to happen, it will be for students who engage in behaviors which significantly disrupts the learning environment and/or propose a safety risk, and intensive interventions at the homeschool have been implemented with fidelity without success. Special considerations can be made to change placement prior to the MTSS process on a case-by-case basis. And it would be for students in grades K through 2.
Ms. Ingram, just for the board, MTSS is multi-tiered systems of support.
Yes, multi-tier systems of support. So they've gone through different tiers we have tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 behaviors. And so they've had a behavior intervention plan, they've had a safety plan, and those things were unsuccessful. So our goals of the SMART steps would be that each student's going to have an individualized safety, functional communication, and self-management goals, which could include, for example, maybe transitioning without disrupting class, using school-appropriate language, safely interacting with others, and following just basic school and classroom rules. And there could be other things as well. And then each student will be expected to have a minimum stay of 30 to 45 days, but it could extend to several weeks, months, based on the student's progress. So a minimum would be 30 to 45, and then it could extend if we're not making the progress and meeting our goals. And then what we would need for this staffing for this school would be a certified teacher, paraprofessional, and we're looking for board-approved behavior analysis, which means they just have specialized training in behavior. All right, any questions?
Okay, board members, if you don't have any questions, we do have, yes, sir.
So you say, after going through some steps or process and the child is not,
Making progress.
improving or making progress, they are recommended for homeschooling? Is that what you said?
No, sir. So they would just extend their stay.
Extended stay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, so we want to say that they would have a minimum of 30 to 45 days going in, and we would hope to improve the behavior by that time. If it wasn't improved, then we could extend the stay.
So what about parental involvement? Anything like that?
Yes, it would it would be a part of it as well. We haven't fleshed out all those details, but our goal would be that there would be parental involvement, including meetings, and that, number one, the parents have to be on board to accept it,
Right.
and then hopefully getting some wraparound services, either from the community or putting them in place at the school.
This is a part of the new alternative plan process. Behavior
It's really kind of
prior to, you said because the placement is involved. So is this works in conjunction with the alternative school?
No, ma'am, it is going to be separate.
Separate
Yes,
as
ma'am, it's a
school-
separate
as a
entity.
school?
Yes, ma'am, at this time, that's where we have a place for it to be on that campus, yes, ma'am. But it would be not in conjunction or ran by that principal. It would be run by our staff.
The three different persons that you mentioned.
Yes, ma'am, and then the overseer would be Department of Student Services and Special Ed.
Okay, and this program is available at every school in the district?
I didn't hear you, though.
Is it available at every school in the district?
A student that is in kindergarten through second grade would have the possibility of going, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Second grade or third grade?
Yeah, K3, like
that was my mistake on
Yes,
the
Mr.
on
I'm
the
sorry.
agenda.
Okay.
Apologies.
It's K2.
A2, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So additional staff, that we have those people in place already, or we would have
This
to
would
add?
so these are people we have. So it's people we need, but it's not in addition. It's not adding positions to the district.
It's budgeted?
Correct. We have the positions. We have open positions for these. But
Right.
I think the most difficult one to find is going to be the behavior analysis.
yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
wondering. We got a behavior.
We've had one in the district before, but they It's a very specific credential, and it's
Right.
it's not easy to come by. But people who can have similar backgrounds and similar certifications, even if they don't have the full BA.
Yeah.
BA.
It's just a very specific person who's going to have to work with these children with the extreme behaviors.
I understand. Believe me, I
And
understand.
so we would like, the more letters you have, the better we feel like you
Absolutely.
would be able to handle.
Basically, this program is gonna take care of behavior specialists at each school. It's gonna take care of that.
No, no, ma'am, I don't think so.
This would be pulled out.
I'm following you. I don't.
So what this would be?
I'm saying the three people that you indicated that were gonna be needed, one is a behavior
Yes, ma'am.
specialist. So I'm asking, being that the program is gonna be situated at every school, that means we will have a behavior specialist.
No, ma'am, it will not be at every school. It's just one school. It's one program, and so the children that could come from anywhere in the district could attend. Does that make sense? But it's just one program. It's not at every site. No, ma'am.
It's at the alternative
It's-
site,
yeah.
but it's open to every school in the district, but it's housed
Right.
at the alternative site.
It's housed, right, that's how to say
Okay.
it. Thank you,
Got it.
Chad.
Yes, ma'am.
Is this going to be a combined classroom?
Yes, we are only looking at like 6 students.
Yeah, that's-
We're thinking, and definitely if we went more than 6, then we would have to do separation. Our first goal is not so much academics as it is the behavior. I mean,
Yeah.
if we don't have the behavior under control, then the academics are
No,
not
and
working.
it's important to note that this is for the most extreme behaviors,
Right.
and this is not, oh, you're being expelled. Oh, this is for students who need behavior modification to be able to access the regular classroom. This is not, hey, little Joey's never been in trouble and he got in a fight. He's going to this program. This is for the most extreme anti-social behaviors.
Right,
They'd have much more time with a counselor.
correct.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah, and some one-on-one interventions that they cannot necessarily receive at a school setting.
So it's gonna be like an intervention program.
Yes, ma'am, most definitely. It's an intervention program. The goal is that we get them to have some more socially acceptable behaviors, and then we would transition them back into their school at with a transition, like a transition program type thing. So just because in 45 days, if you're meeting all your goals, we're not just going to say, oh, you go back. It's going to be a transition. Maybe you go back for half a day or something of that nature. It's based on the student's ability to improve the behavior and things of that nature.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Ingram. Are there any more questions for Ms. Ingram? We do have a speaker on this item tonight, Ms. Amy Bamberg. Ms. Bamberg, thank you for being here. You do have 3 minutes to speak,
Yes, ma'am.
starting now.
I represent Behavioral Specialists of Louisiana. We have an office at 1774 Texas Street here in Natchitoches. It's one of 5 currently operating clinics that our company has. We serve children 18 months to adults across 10 parishes right now. We have a child psychologist as our clinical director and 20 licensed and certified professionals in applied behavior analysis, including 10 licensed board certified behavior analysts, which is what this program is seeking. The K through 3 behavioral pilot is a program that we're currently working with Bossier Parish to implement. We had a meeting today with Bossier Parish schools in their special education department about this and staffing it appropriately and the actual program itself. No one in Natchitoches Parish has ever talked to us about this. No one has ever asked us about staffing. No one has ever asked us about how would you do this. We've been here for 5 years and no one is asking. My letter to board members and Dr. Eloy dated July 23rd, followed up by my meeting with Dr. Eloy directly July 30th. Thank you for your time with that, sir. Highlights that there are a lot of needs in Natchitoches Parish. The excitement and anticipation around this kind of a project just shows you that there is a big need here. And there are other parishes around Natchitoches. We do work in primarily rural parishes with our services that are moving forward and are doing so a lot more aggressively with behavior intervention, and Natchitoches is not. And my big question in the letter that was sent on July 23rd was, why are we not identifying these children before kindergarten? There are services available for children with these types of behavior profiles. If they are properly identified and referred, there are more than 10 unique behavioral health providers inside of the city of Natchitoches who have qualifications to work with these children. Their private insurance will pay for this. Medicaid will pay for this. Applied behavior analysis, even under Medicaid, is not limited simply to children with autism. It is specifically written for children with these kinds of intensive behavior needs. So my proposal and discussion that I sent in my July 23rd letter talked about some strategies to have the behavioral health professionals in Natchitoches as well as pediatricians work together to identify children before they
Thank
get
you for
to
your
this
time, Ms.
point.
Bamberg. We really appreciate you.
All right,
Have a good night.
thank you.
Can we,
No, ma'am.
questions, can we,
You can contact her after the meeting and ask questions if you'd like.
yes,
Okay.
definitely, because I believe the service is definitely needed.
Thank you, Ms. McGaskey. Okay,
You
moving
know, we
on.
can ask the superintendent a question about it, correct?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Is this a program like this? Is this something that would benefit us and help us with costs?
So, a few things, and this is not to disparage anything that Ms. Bamberg just said, but they are a vendor, so we would have to look at that because there may be other folks who are interested in a similar thing, and we have spoken about this. I mean, she mentioned our July 30th meeting, but we're interested in helping kids. That's number one. And B, if there is a methodology to save money, then, I mean, obviously y'all know my interest in that currently. So, we invite all partners, but I have a call after August 18th with Winfield, who apparently has engaged in this, to see what it actually looks like from a school district perspective. And so I could probably give you more information after I talk to Winfield, and then since I hear Bossier, I have contacts over there as well.
Okay. What is our timeline on this for Ms. Ingram?
So, I mean, to put it this way, we feel as though this has been a need really starting seriously last year, where we had just a large number of students who arrived at school without any previous pre-K instruction. Parents didn't come to kindergarten roundup, anything like that. We were unaware of these children until they came the first day of school. And then when they came, many of these students were still having bathroom assistance needs and behavior. If you can imagine 5-year-olds throwing a chair, things of that nature, not being able to sit still for more than 30 seconds. So it really came into view last year. We are now experiencing the same thing. So we would like to introduce a pilot version of this as soon as possible. Now, our timeline is somewhat flexible because for them to go through all those things that Ms. Ingram said, there's about 6 weeks of intervention that have to occur at the school. Well, school just started last week, so you're looking at, at least 5 weeks from now, but probably more like 6 to 8 weeks before some of these students would be referred. Although I will tell you that there's already some students who are exhibiting that behavior, and it's consistent, and I imagine as long as the school does what they're supposed to, they would be ready for this program 6 weeks from last Wednesday. So a little bit of flexibility, but also a timeline. So
Thank you.
Dr. Eloy, we did have a similar program either just before you got here or something, or
BBLC.
yeah, and some of the people were housed in some of our schools.
So what we found with that was we tried to bite off, I think, too much at one time, and so those were supposed to be at every school.
Right.
Just to be very honest with you, the ability to find the right person for those students, what we ended up doing is having, kind of square peg round holes to where it became a revolving door of personnel in those classrooms, which ended up benefiting the students even less than had they been in just a regular classroom. So the difference here is they've revised that program and we're consolidating our resources to have it at one location, so we have a better chance of getting a solid person who can actually make some differences in these students' behaviors and academic trajectory.
And I guess it comes back again to being able to get with parents again, because if the parents are not interested in it, it makes no difference.
Well, and ultimately,
Exactly.
that's what we reached out to a school psychologist. Actually, I think president of the School Psychologist Association. And that's again, I'm not taking umbrage with anything that's said, but there's other entities that we did discuss this with, and we sat down with one of the foremost school psychologists in the state, and we sat down with her, and this was enacted. I think Rapides had a version of this, Terrebonne had a version of this, and we got with those stakeholders and kind of said, okay, what worked? Where did you make mistakes? Where were the gopher holes so we can learn from them? Terrebonne's had their program, I think, for a decade. So that's really what we modeled it after, was other districts that had already done this. And this 6-student pilot is really modeled after Dr. Jamie Smith's work in Rapides that she started last year during their pilot. So,
If I can add to the comments that were made by the young lady, I do believe that we've always had various behaviors that have been ongoing prior to you coming aboard: emotional, mental, autism, all of that. Some of them addressed by a special children's department, but an agency of that nature that has qualified behavior specialists locally, and they accept private insurance and Medicaid, and they work with children with various types of behaviors. I think that is something that would be incumbent upon us as a school board district to sit down and have a lengthy discussion, receive some information, and give it some consideration
yes, ma'am.
to try to meet the needs of those children. And there's so many of them that have various needs that have not been met. And I think if the parents are aware and the information is given to them, that they would respond accordingly.
Right. Ms. McGaskey, there are actually parents that take advantage of their services directly anyway, without coming to the board or having to go through our school system. So any parent has access to behavioral specialist. If I see her shaking her head, yes. So it's not anything that's being withheld at all.
I understand. I didn't mean to indicate that it had. I just,
Yes, ma'am. And also, per state law, any behavioral providers are allowed access to students during school time as well.
I understand that too.
Okay. Moving along with item number 5, the consent agenda. You've had a chance.
I'll second.
We have an offer by Mr. Matuire, a second by Mr. Harris. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Item number 6, informational reports. We do have an additional report tonight from Ms. Shauna Hicks with Food Services, Child Nutrition. Ms. Hicks, thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you for allowing me to speak to you guys again. I just wanted to speak to an item that was added to the agenda between last week's meeting and this one. We have, since 2022, participated in a piggyback bid with Calcasieu Parish for our dishwashers and dishwashing supply needs. It was time for them to go back to bid, and they did. So I'm just asking for permission to continue to participate in that contract with them. There are about 10 parishes that participate. So by doing that, when they go out to bid, we get a better price because of the volume of school districts. So it's Autochlor was the successful vendor again, and they have been a longtime vendor of ours and very solid for us. So that's all we are asking is permission to continue to participate in that bid. Do you guys have any questions? Okay, thank you.
I'd just like to give you a message. My grandson say thank y'all for serving breakfast that that say is delicious. He said
Well,
in the morning.
that is
He
excellent.
just told me to tell him thank you for serving breakfast.
I think he is my friend who sends messages, so just tell him Gumbo will be back in early October
Okay,
when
all
we come
right.
back from fall break.
Ms. Phelps, I'd like to make that motion to piggyback with that bid.
I'll second.
We have an offer by Mr. Benefield, a second by Mr. Nicholson. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries.
That was 7F. Just
7F.
yes, ma'am.
Oh, we had all that time to think about it, and we just went ahead.
I know. I'm sorry. I just was saying that because I know Ms. Kanika was going to ask it. So.
Okay, thank you very much. So before we move to the maintenance report from Mr. Shirley, we do have an informational report from Mr. Chad Fredu. He's looking at me all surprised, second time tonight. But Mr. Fredu had the opportunity, and as did Mr. Harris, to visit with the Lakeview girls basketball team as they received their championship rings. So if you would like to share just a brief summary.
Yes, Saturday at the event center, they had their ring ceremony and they done their end of the year awards because they waited till the end of the year. So they done their senior awards, end of the year awards. So it was a nice dinner. I think there was probably 75 people there.
It was really nice.
They had 2 girls make all state, 3 girls I think, all area, all Sinlaw, and they all got their rings. Some coaching staff got the rings, some support staff got rings, and I've seen a lot of state championship rings, but I'm telling you, it looks pretty good with the orange and the white and the green, and
Nice.
and Pastor Harris did not get a ring.
We were looking for bling bling.
Yeah. I was okay with that. We did get our medals with Dr. Eloy when they came to visit us, and that was pretty cool. But it was just cool to see them, accept that. I'm a big sports guy, obviously, and I mean, everybody dreams of winning a state championship, and that group had been at it for 5 years, and so it was a great night, great turnout, and I think everybody enjoyed it, and they deserved what they got. They did not spare any expense on the rings, and the parents actually got a pendant that matched the ring that they'll keep forever too. So it was pretty
It's
cool.
incredible. Well, thank you both for representing the school board. We really appreciate that, and I know it meant a lot to the girls to see you guys there as well as the staff too. So thank you both for doing that.
Did the rest of us miss that invite?
Yeah, well, everybody got
It was
an invite,
emailed.
But I guess we could bring them up here.
I have a new
guess we
phone,
could
so I'm
bring 'em up
sorry. I
here
lost
maybe
my
next
phone.
month or something.
It was invisible ink, Ms. Dot.
It was.
I know they were with the rings they got. They were on a budget. I'll say that for sure.
Well, thank you both again. It's greatly appreciated. And this is why we do what we do, is for the students of the parish. So thank you both. Mr. Ryan Shirley has a report to share with us tonight. You should have a copy of it that was handed out prior to the meeting. And if Mr. Shirley looks tired, it's because this report is very thick. He's been hard at it.
Oh, we've been playing. How are y'all?
Good.
Just to go over some of the highlighted things that we got accomplished. Of course, school started with very minimal fuss, which was a great feat over the summer with all the moving and the shaking and everything going on with us. We had a lot of painting that was done in schools. We had a lot of floors that was done. We had our janitorial staff from multiple schools having to help and work in individual schools to help floors get waxed. They got all that complete. We've had a lot of fire alarm inspections, PMs, and that's just amongst all the moving and everything that we've had going on. Little update on the bathrooms. Fire marshal is actually scheduled for his final on Thursday. So hopefully we get everything turned over to us on Thursday and we can start using those restrooms at the new magnet. The portable classrooms that were over there has been submitted to the fire marshal. I should hear something tomorrow when the inspection will be done and when I can put electricity in those. So hopefully if everything goes well tomorrow, I can start that this week. Ms. Tankia, I hope you've seen that we got the things put together for you at LP Vaughn. The rubber was dropped off today along with pallets of playground stuff. We already have the equipment outside. It's sitting in its place. It technically, according to fire marshal, it's not above 3 feet high, so it's technically not, does not have to be in a border. So we could set it outside so the children can use it now. We're still going to put it inside the border when we get it put up, but according to fire marshal, I got the approval on it. It's not above 3 feet high, so they're good.
But with that, that's just one piece, right? Like, is that one piece of equipment? Do they still have the old one out there, right?
You talking about in the very front, the green playset, or you talking
Yeah.
about pre-K? The green playset.
Pre-K, on the
Okay.
side.
No, the only equipment we put together was they had 2 boxes in the hallway. That was all that was there to be put together. We put it together, but we didn't remove anything. Everything is still there. All we've done is put that those 2 boxes or whatever it was together and put them outside. One was a picnic table and one was a little set of immovable tricycle stuff.
Well, from what I'm understanding, they're gonna have 80 pre-K kids out there, and they do not have enough playground equipment. And what they have, the new sounds like it's not enough, and the old is too old for them to be on. So I need somebody to look into this and just
what-
fix it for them.
Okay,
'Cause
what?
they've been going through this for almost 9 years.
Okay, I want
without
to know
having
which
proper-
one is considered too old, and I'm
The
asking.
one that's out there, and it looks old.
Well, no, there's new stuff been put in one side. There's all new rubber around it.
How about
That
we,
has
If
been
it's
done
that
since
one
I've been
big-
here.
Yeah, we need to go out there.
I'll go out there tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Me and Ryan
glad.
can take pictures and send them to you. And
Now, the
way we
one
can
that hasn't
decide.
been used, it's because it doesn't have any rubber around it. Now, there's one set out there that hasn't been used and looks like it has been abandoned. The equipment, we checked it out. The equipment is fine. That's the one that the lady from the Department of Health wrote up that I had to get the rubber for to put around before they can actually play on it. So we need to go. We need to go look. I would love to go with you and you show me which one it is, because I may be looking at something totally different than what you're talking about. But from what I'm understanding, is everything that's out there is usable. Just that one piece couldn't be used because it didn't have the rubber around it.
Now, but what you see, do you see 80 kids playing on it?
Well, it just depends on if they're all out there at one time.
Yeah.
Well, that's so when I go out there tomorrow with Ryan, we'll take pictures, but then I'll also get Miss Carissa to follow us and see what
Yeah.
the pre-K recess schedule is to see how many kids would be accessing it at one time. So
Yeah,
we can get all
that's
that.
going to
to
be that's going to be a
It's like
big factor.
10:30.
Okay.
All right. Do you know for sure that all of them are together?
Mm-hmm.
So all of them go at one time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at it, but like I say, that one section over there, I know the reason that it hadn't been done is because they don't have the rubber around it. But the 2 pieces of equipment that we put together, yeah, it wasn't much.
Okay.
So how
It wasn't
long,
much at all.
how long has the piece that doesn't have any rubber around it been that way?
That I do not know.
It's
'Cause
been
I didn't
sitting
even.
in the hallway since 2016.
No, that not the part he's talking about. The
Oh.
part that hadn't been used. The part that hadn't been used, it hasn't been used in the last couple of years. But I didn't know that it wasn't being used because I haven't gotten any work orders or anything saying it wasn't being used. The only way I found out that it wasn't being used is when the lady from the Department of Health wrote it up 2 months ago because it didn't have rubber around it. It didn't have.
Does
the
it
rubber
need to
mulch.
be removed, or you just need to get some rubber?
I've already got the rubber. They actually will have it installed, all the rubber and the new barricades and everything around it. That should be done at the latest the 19th. They were going to try to be here this week, but they will definitely be here on the 18th to get the new border put around and everything done. So by the 19th, all of those playgrounds, there's 2 in the back there that nobody even sees that has never had it around them either. So I've had to do that to Provençal, LP Vaughan, Goldonna, Fairview, all of them. I've had to do that in the last 2 years because now the Department of Health is over the playgrounds of our schools and they have been going around and checking these. Now, how long it's been out of service or how long they haven't used it, I just asked one of the janitors and they said they hadn't used it in a long time. So I don't know actually how long they haven't used it. But the rubber situation has just come about probably in the last 8 months. And they didn't actually visit that school till 3 months ago. So that's something we're definitely going to have to check into. And if there's more equipment needed, then we need to know. But I did put those boxes together, and one of those boxes wasn't even playground equipment. It was a picnic table. So, you know, but we'll definitely get to the bottom of it. And like I say, me and Dr. Elo will go look at it tomorrow. And if we need it, we can get it. I mean, that's not a problem. But I just need to know what they need.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I just want to ask something right quick. I know you all work very hard, and we appreciate all the work that's been done to prepare all the schools. Is security taken care of in all of the schools
we have
where
one.
there might have been some issues?
We have one area at Lakeview. We need to, it's not a security issue, it's a backup because of the actual security walkthrough that we have to move back. When they plugged one up at Magnet the other day, we have issues with it, but I have a brand new one in a box that's being put together to be put back at Magnet. Miss Carissa, we put some together for her at LP Vaughn. We're going to have to look at doing something different for her at LP Vaughn because these she wants are outside. These machines are not made to go outside. We're trying to set them up to where they can roll them in and out, but that's going to be hard for those ladies to roll those in and out. We need to look at something different, but we do have them over there. So
Roll in and out at the entranceway of the schools?
yes, and the reason I say it's going to be difficult for those ladies to do it, those units are taller than the doors. So when I put rollers on the bottom, it's even going to make them taller than the doors. So when you roll them in, they will have to be laid over in order to be pushed in. So right now we have them outside. It's not the ideal situation to have that out in the elements because that's got a lot of computer components inside of it. And if it gets moisture in it, it's going to fry it.
But every school now every school has the metal detection capabilities. Every school has the buzzer system. So they all keep their doors locked, only to be buzzed in, and they have a camera that's able to see that. We have all the cameras, and then all the outside doors in the district. We don't have any that.
We have 2 schools left that we're having the keys that are completely being rekeyed. We have 2 schools left that we tried to get all of them done over the summertime, but every single one of them was kind of hard to get done. But we have 2. Those locks and keys should be in at the end of this week or the first of next week, and then the work will begin on those. I think that is Weaver and LP.
Okay, thank you.
Because they had so much extensive stuff to do on that locking system that we ordered a lot more stuff for them than we did the other schools.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. Shirley. Item number 7, Finance Facility Service and Insurance Report. Ms. Palmer.
7A, discuss and consider MOU with Career Compass, grade 6 through 11, support, Ms. Gilmore?
Okay. Do we have an offer?
I'll offer.
Okay.
Second?
We have an offer by Mr. Fredo, a second by Ms. McGaskey. Are there any questions or discussion? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
All right, B, discuss and consider MOU with Career Compass Senior Support, Jake Gilmore.
Okay.
I'll offer.
Second.
We have an offer by Mr. Fredo, a second by Mr. Nicholson. All those who have questions or concerns, please speak up. Any? Okay. Roll call vote, please. Ms. Revels?
Mr. Danzy?
Yes.
Mr. Matoir?
Yes.
Mr. Benefiel?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Mrs. McGaskey?
Yes.
Ms. Palmer?
Yes.
Ms. Phelps?
Yes.
Mr. Fredo?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholson?
Yes.
And Ms. Page?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you.
7C, discuss and consider MOU with BIPC. I'll offer.
Second.
All right, we have an offer by Ms. Palmer, a second by Mr. Fredo. Any questions or discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those who oppose? Motion carries.
Okay, 7D, call resolution for election in Consolidated District 11 for general obligation bonds regarding capital improvements to Provençal Elementary School.
I'll offer.
Second.
Okay. We have an offer by Mr. Danzy, a second by Mr. Metoyer. And do we have a speaker?
I need to read the resolution into the record.
Okay.
A resolution ordering and calling special election to be held in Consolidated School District Number 11 of the Parish of Natchitoches, State of Louisiana, to authorize the issuance of general obligation bonds therein, making application to the State Bond Commission, and providing for other matters in connection therewith.
Okay. Do we have any questions?
It went smooth.
Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Danzy?
Yes.
Mr. Metoyer?
Yes.
Mr. Benefiel?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Mrs. McGaskey?
Yes.
Ms. Palmer?
Yes.
Ms. Phelps?
Yes.
Mr. Fredo?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholson?
Yes.
And Ms. Page?
Yes.
Motion passed.
Did we already did, no?
We did F already.
All right. E? Oh, okay, E. Resolution approving a capital improvement plan for Consolidated District 11 regarding Provençal Elementary School.
I'll offer.
Second.
Okay, we have an offer by Mr. Danzy, a second by Mr. Metoyer.
A resolution approving the capital improvement plan designating purposes for which proceeds of proposed general obligation bonds will be budgeted and otherwise providing with respect thereto.
Okay, any questions or concerns? Roll call vote, please.
Mr. Danzy?
Yes.
Mr. Metoyer?
Yes.
Mr. Benefiel?
Yes.
Mr. Harris?
Yes.
Mrs. McGaskey?
Yes.
Ms. Palmer?
Yes.
Ms. Phelps?
Yes.
Mr. Fredo?
Yes.
Mr. Nicholson?
Yes.
And Ms. Page?
Yes.
Motion passed.
That concludes finance.
Thank you very much. Item number 8A, we have discuss and consider annual updates to district job descriptions. Mrs. Winder.
Evening to you all.
Good evening.
Yes.
We have a motion.
A motion?
Yes.
Is this
Second.
holding?
It's a
Yes, sir. Y'all
discuss and consider.
All right.
Okay.
I'll offer.
Okay, we have an offer by Ms. Page and a second by Mr. Harris.
All right.
Thank you.
Evening to you all. So as you know, we are down at least one person in every department across central office as a result of the reduction of force. And for that reason, we had to review job descriptions and redistribute job duties across the people who are left in each department. And so I had the pleasure of doing that and working with the department heads to figure out who was going to do what. We changed not only job duties, but we had to change some job titles. And so as a result, I had to make some revisions to the job description handbook that you all should have access to.
About 250 pages,
Is-
just so y'all are aware.
And so last year actually in 2023, when I took on the work, it was one of the largest group projects that I've ever had. But I was pleased, and we were all pleased with the outcome. And as you have in front of you, this very large document that is comprehensive of all of the jobs that we have across the district. And so some of the things that changes that I had to make, as I said, some change in job titles to reflect the new duties. There are some error corrections that I just noticed that were made on some of the job descriptions. So I made those corrections, and then I also eliminated job descriptions for people who, and positions that were lost as a result of the RIF. So if you have any questions about that, I will answer. Also, please make note that when the new finance director comes on, that there probably are going to be some other changes as well, because I know that person will want to come in and look at the duties of the people in the business department to make sure that everything is operating as efficiently as possible, because that was what I looked at as I was reviewing the job descriptions for HR. We want to make sure that we are responding to people in a timely manner.
We're down one person in the HR department. We're down one person in teaching and learning. We're down one person in the business department. We're down 2 people in special ed. Let's see. I think and so you all.
Student services.
Yes, student services. We're down a person there too. So those duties, they had to be picked up by other people. Okay, so as I said, I'm sure that I'll be coming before you again with this booklet in our packet within a few months. Also, there will probably be some more positions that are coming. We're still waiting on news about Head Start, so that will offer more jobs for people in our community. We also have to offer high dosage tutoring as a result of Act 771. So I'm looking at that. We're going to have to hire some facilitators there to help with the tutoring that has to be offered to our students in reading and math. So, those changes are forthcoming, but this is where we are right now. And so if you, again, have any questions about things that were changed, I'm here. Also note that some salary schedule revisions are going to have to be made. I started having that discussion with Mr. Wascom before he left the office because as a result of changing the job description and some of the titles, we have to revisit the salary schedule as well to make sure everything aligns. Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Winder. Do you have any questions?
I don't have a question about the personnel itself, but I see like somebody was changed from general funds to Title II. Can you describe Title II's money?
Yes, ma'am. So Title II is going to be money that's spent on like professional development. So I believe that Ms. Ramona, help me if I'm incorrect on this. Yes. Some of our teacher and learning specialists who provide consistent, ongoing professional development in their capacity, they were switched to that. But then what we did it was really kind of an even trade between title funds and general funds. So it was kind of a wash there. We took on some folks from federal into general, and she took some folks on to general, from general to federal. The reason for that is because there were some people that really needed to be, their jobs and what they were doing based on their job descriptions weren't super in line with the audit that Ms. Rachel conducted of title funds, and so she wanted to get a little tighter on those. And so she got tighter on those to make sure they aligned with the title funds that they were being supported by. And we took on some in general that she could no longer support, and she took on some that made more sense for her department.
So will, like the consultants, is that money coming from that particular?
So, are you talking about Mr. Stanfield?
I'm talking about different consultants.
So if
you have different consultants, does that particular does it come from the federal, or is it coming from general funds?
So like a lot of that is coming from Strong Grant, and then I'd have to get an exact look at. I think there may be like Mr. Stanfield. I think is coming out of general and stuff like that. But I think the ones you may be referencing, like Ms. Noel is completely out of Strong.
Okay.
But I'd have to probably get with you specifically. We also, we've had groups like the Bailey Group before that are consultants that they were paid out of IDEA. So it really depends on the one you're referencing. But I can get you that information if you want to.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. And so Title II, you're just saying professional development?
So a lot of it goes to professional development. So you can pay groups to come speak and do professional development. You can also pay to send teachers to conferences, stuff like that.
Also, I'm sorry.
Is that
Out
all?
of Title II, we're also able to pay our tuition assistance.
Yes.
That we offer for people who are working towards certification, whether it be just to become a certified teacher or those that participate in our Natchitoches leads that are working toward Ed Leader certification. They qualify for tuition assistance through Title II funds. We use Title II funds to reimburse people when they pass praxis because that's allowable. Those funds are designated for teacher certification, Ed Leader certification. So Those are other things that can be paid out of Title II.
So none of this money used doesn't affect like resources for the schools or anything?
No,
like that?
ma'am, because all of our professional development that we're doing, besides stuff that may be in like SPED, is all through NIT, and so the vast majority of our professional development is being funded out of Strong Grant. So
Also, Rapides Foundation.
and Rapides Foundation. I
Yes.
apologize. So that has been a fund that has a lot of times been rolled over from year to year or rolled into Title I. So no, this is not impacting what schools are getting in any way. Because we also, the other thing is we did an even trade, and that wasn't the intent, but whatever was coming out of federal funds before, the same amount still is, and because we just traded spots. It was really more about who made more sense to be funded out of the positions than it was title funds taking on more, if that makes sense.
Other positions with Title I, Ms. Palmer, are our resident teachers. We are able to give them a stipend, more of a living wage. It's a supplement to what the Louisiana Department of Education offers them because they're in the classroom for 2 semesters. And that has just been, helpful to them, but also helpful to us because we are retaining more residents as teachers when they finish than we have in the past. Yes.
So it doesn't really burden our general funds.
It does not.
Okay.
The residents can supplement the stipend they receive from the LDOE funds, from Title II funds, by serving as substitute teachers. After they have proven themselves in the classroom, they can substitute for their mentor teacher when that person is out for professional development or whatever, or another teacher in their school. So they can supplement their salary as substitute teachers, and that money does come out of general fund. But that's just as, if any other sub, the money
Right.
comes out of general fund.
The cool thing about this is because of our location next to NSU, people want to come to us just because of the convenience. Couple
Yes.
that with the $10,000 stipend, and other parishes they're not getting NSU residents anymore.
No,
So,
they're not, which is a good thing.
Miss Ramona is very proud of that. She's not the type to show it, but she's kind of like,
Yes.
I think you took on quite a challenge. I think you're doing an awesome job. I wanted to ask about who's providing the providing tutoring.
The high dosage tutoring, we
The
will receive money from LDOE for that. We have to contract the tutors for the company for reading and math. And so the people we hire, they will strictly facilitate the sessions where the students will receive the tutoring via these companies electronically. And so the tutors will come in and make sure the students attend to the instruction that's being provided electronically, and then they'll also go in and provide additional tutoring as needed. Yes, so
And the name was, I'm sorry.
it's high dosage tutoring, and there's several, yes,
Okay.
and it's Act 771.
Right.
And so there are certain vendors who have been approved by LDOE to provide the tutoring in reading and math.
Okay.
And so we will contract a vendor for reading and math, and then we'll hire the facilitators, as I said, to be there to support the children through their tutoring instruction.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Stupendous.
Yes.
Okay.
Any other questions?
We have an offer and a second. We have an offer by Ms. Page and a second by Mr. Harris. Could we have a roll call vote, please?
Yes.
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 Thank you.
All right. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, item number 9, executive report, Russ Danzy, chairperson.
Item 9A, discuss and consider approving the 25-26 alternative program handbook.
I'll offer.
Second.
Second.
Okay, we have an offer by Mr. Harris and a second by Miss McGaskey. I'm so sorry about that. Do we have any questions? Any discussion? Okay. Roll call vote, please.
Yes.
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 Item 9B, discuss and consider approval for Natchez Parish School Board 2025 to 2026 pupil progression plan.
Okay.
I offer.
I'll second.
We have an offer by Mr. Metoyer, a second by Ms. Page. Do we have any questions or discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those who oppose, motion carries.
Item 9C, discuss and consider reducing the size of Natchez Parish School Board membership.
I move that we table this item until I put it back on the agenda at a later time.
I'll offer.
Okay.
Second.
We have an offer and a second and a wave by Ms. Rebels. What did we do wrong, Ms. Rebels?
You got it. You got it.
Three of us second.
Yeah, 2 offers.
Yes, ma'am.
You got.
Right. And that was Ms. Palmer. Even though Mr. Fredu tried to steal her thunder, it was Ms. Palmer. Okay, and with that being said, I do want to wait till a later time. I've talked to several of the board members, and I've heard your concerns. And we will revisit this with a guest speaker of a demographer who can help answer all the questions that all of you have. So, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those who oppose, motion carries. The item is tabled until I contact you, Ms. Rebels.
Item 9D, discuss and consider moving the September 9th voting meeting to Monday, September the 15th at 5 p.m.
Okay.
And I'll offer.
All right, we have an offer by Mr. Dancy and a
Second.
second by Mr. Harris and Dr. Eloy.
Yeah, just real quick. Obviously, y'all know that Mr. Wascom departed us 2 weeks ago, and so Mr. Stanfield's been helping us. And in order for him to be able to have the budget draft prepared within the state timeline, state says you have to have it in by September 30th, but then you also have to advertise and give the public a chance to review so many days prior. This is really something to allow him to be able to do that work.
Okay.
Oh, so Mr. Wascom is not up here?
No, sir. He's still working with us to be able to provide whatever we need in the transition, but he is not.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Any more questions?
So we're changing both dates or just
Just
the 9th
just the 9th to the 15th.
and 15th? Or is that right? Am I looking-
9th to the 15th. Yeah.
But it's gonna be the 9th and the 15th.
Item
Okay, all those in favor,
Aye.
say aye. All those who oppose, motion carries.
Item 9E, discuss and consider October board meeting to be rescheduled from the 7th and the 14th to the 21st and 23rd to not conflict with fall break.
I'd like to make.
I'll
a
offer.
motion that
Okay, we have an offer by Mr. Harris
The second.
and a second. No second?
No, that's
have
not
nothing?
the dates I asked for.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, you just gotta amend it.
the 14th and 16th, the fall break is 7th or 6th through 10th. I asked for the 14th and 16th. Is what I asked for.
Oh, to move it to 1 week, the 14th and the 16th.
That's what I asked for, not the 21st and 23rd.
I looked at the calendar. I thought our that week was the following week. So I was actually planning a vacation for the week of the 14th, and I'm glad Mr. Fredu's correct because now I have to change it.
14th and the 16th.
Okay, Ms. Revels, so he would like to amend that motion to the 14th and the 16th of October.
Yes, ma'am, my motion.
We have a motion by Mr. Fredo, a second by Mr. Danzy.
Got a discussion.
Yeah, that's.
Mr. Matwire, you got fall break on that on that day?
No.
Do you have fall break on that week either?
No.
I don't either.
I thought you were retired, Mr. Benefit.
Well, we can be accommodating.
That's right, Ms. Palmer.
We're ready to go to
All of us over there. So amicable.
item 9.
We need to
Wait,
vote.
we've got to vote.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those who oppose, motion carries.
Item 9F, discuss and consider entering to a executive session to consider disposition of grievance, and I'll offer that.
Okay, before we make a motion on that, please forgive my rudeness. We do have a distinguished guest with us tonight, and that is Mr. Christopher Huffaker of the Boston Globe. So thank you for being here tonight. He has been meeting with Dr. Eloy, and I understand we get to visit with you, and we just want to thank you for being here. And I can guarantee you, during our 150-year existence, I don't think we've ever had a visitor from the Boston Globe. So you're definitely a distinguished guest, and thank you for being here. Okay. All right, Mr. Danzy. You offered.
I offered, yeah.
I'll second.
We have an offer by Mr. Danzy and a second by Ms. Page to enter into executive session. All those in favor?
Aye.
Need a roll call.
Roll call.
I'm sorry?
Motion was Danzy, second was Ms.
Page. And we would like to do a roll call vote for that, please.
Yes.
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 Yeah. Yes.
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 Thank you. If we could please clear the room for executive session, and we'll open the door when